This is Jim Pierce, vicar at St. John's Evangelical Lutheran Church in Columbia City, Indiana. Pilate asks Jesus in the Gospels a question that has been asked by others for ages. Pilate's question is, what is truth? We still wrestle with that question today in our society, even more so amongst the so-called postmoderns. And postmodernism is this rejection by the culture that there can be anything such as truth regarding religion or morals. Essentially, they say that truth is in the eye of the beholder. Truth is for the individual person. So what is true for you is your truth. Contrary to that, though, they get quite angry if you try to tell them that there is actually an objective truth for them. And so there's this incoherence, if you will, this contradiction where, while they say there really is no truth for everyone, well, one thing is true, and that is there's no truth for everyone. It's a head scratcher, if you will. Such a view is called nihilism. Nihilism rejects any idea that there can be a religious truth or a moral truth. And probably the largest proponent of that view was a man called Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. And he essentially said that what we have to become is an overman, an Übermensch, to where we become a law to ourselves. We do what is right in our own eyes. And this person is one who's not affected by the truths of anybody else. They have their truth, and it's typically what works, or it's pragmatic. Nihilism fails. But why does nihilism fail? Well, first of all, we know from the Holy Scriptures that Jesus said that the Father's words are truth. Jesus said that those words from the Father were given to him. And we read this in the Gospel of John, where Jesus expresses the word of his Father, expresses this truth. Indeed, we read that Jesus is the truth. He is the way. He is the life. So if Jesus is the truth, if Jesus expresses the words of truth that come from his Father, well, then there has to be objective truth. He has given this truth to his disciples, and his disciples continue to speak this truth to this day. In fact, the church brings the truth of the apostles that were given to them through God's holy word and expresses these words to everybody in the world. God's word is truth. There is objective truth in the world. It's not what the individual decides is true. It's not what the individual makes true. It's what God says is true.